Salute, salute, salute. What it is, what it do, what's happening, top of the rise. Real quick video, then I'm gonna get out the way. Lomachenko, Vasily Lomachenko versus George the Ferocious Kambosos. Sort of an interesting fight coming up. These guys are not at the elite level at the point in time. Lomachenko was defeated by Devin Haney, but he was in a very, very, back and forth type of a firefight with Devin Haney. On the other hand, George the Ferocious Kambosos, he was handedly beaten by Devin Haney twice in his own backyard. You know what I'm saying? He might only had a few rounds that you could actually give him in that fight, but he was pretty much whitewashed. Other than that, they do have Teofimo Lopez in common. Lomachenko was outgunned and outblazed in the Teofimo Lopez fight, but later on he did complain that he had a nagging shoulder injury that kept him from being as explosive and dominant as he was when he was Lomachenko in his fights against guys like Rigondeaux, the Axeman, and Linares and Luke Campbell. George the Ferocious Kambosos actually defeated Teofimo Lopez, knocked him down early, and Teofimo Lopez was able to surge a comeback here and there, but it seemed like every time he tried to get a foothold in the battle, George Kambosos would put his foot to the pedal and step up his game just enough to keep Teofimo Lopez from ever, really getting into a dominant position. It was a bloody little fight, but Kambosos came out on top. Went back home, fought against Devin Haney, and lost twice. That's the last I've heard of Kambosos up until this fight. Lomachenko, he took a break. He was on a hiatus because of the Ukraine situation going on in his hometown. And when he came back, he fought against Jermaine Ortiz. And he looked a little rusty, but he was able to, beat the young lion. And Jermaine Ortiz didn't look that bad in his last performance against Teofimo Lopez. That was a controversial victory for Teofimo Lopez. But Lomachenko didn't look that great against Jermaine Ortiz, although that was a comeback fight against an old sparring partner. Then Lomachenko got his big moment to try to become undisputed against the Dream, Devin Haney. And he just came up short. He had some good moments. He might have even exposed a few holes in Devin Haney's defense. But Devin Haney was able to come back in the championship round 12, and maintain his championship status, and still has his championship status after he went on to defeat Regis Prograis. And then in his latest bout, he was defeated by Ryan Garcia, but that fight came with a dose of controversy, being that Ryan Garcia did not make the weight class, and also there's still an ongoing investigation in his PED usage. I'm hearing different I done heard pretty much the overall consensus is some kind of 60 times over the legal amount. But to me, I'm pretty much dialing out of that whole conversation. I've had my full of the whole Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney situation, and it's time for me to move on and concentrate on things that are a little bit more, intriguing to me. Ryan Garcia, to me, whatever happens is going to happen. From what I hear, Devin Haney, he's still the champion. I don't know if the win is going to stay on the record or if it's going to be removed. And at this point, I'm kind of done with it. If they're not going to talk about fighting again or until they got another fight coming up. I heard about Ryan Garcia talking about fighting Errol Spence. That's a joke to me. I'm more interested to see how Devin Haney is going to be able to make his comeback. And then, the Frank Martin versus Gervonta Tank Davis fight, that's starting to get my attention. But I still thought it was just a little interesting fight between Lomachenko and Kambosos. And those are my thoughts on it. I believe that Lomachenko is a little bit more skilled than Kambosos, who's more one-dimensional. I don't think that Kambosos will have that element of surprise that he had against Teofimo Lopez. And I don't think he is on the same level as Lomachenko, even as Lomachenko starts to, diminish in his skills and go up in his age. I think he still has enough to be able to outclass George the Ferocious Kambosos. But you can't count out Kambosos. He is very gritty. You know what I'm saying? He has tenacity. And, he is a little Spartan, a little Spartacus, a little 300, Leonidas type of dude. So even, he'll probably go out on his shield, even if he's outclassed by Lomachenko. But Lomachenko also, he's been on a little bit of a hiatus. He is getting up in age. And, no matter what you think about it, his last performance, he's coming off of a loss against Devin Haney. And I don't think he took that loss. I think that was a big moment, a big upset moment in his career. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of question his heart as far as how far he's going to be able to come back in his career. He's at the twilight, the tail end of his career. So, I feel like both of these guys just aren't at the elite level. But iron sharpens iron, and this might be able to forge new warrior mentality from the victorious person. Might try to set their sights on the fighters between Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Tank Davis, and Frank Martin. And I think Jermaine Ortiz is still I think he's a 140 guy, but and even what's his name, Pitbull Cruz, I think he can go down and weight if he has to. So there's still a lot of names and good fighters in those weight classes that I think Lomachenko and Kambosos will still be able to have some great matches, depending on who wins. So those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Salute, salute, salute. Blessings.